Hello everybody, it's vanburman here and welcome to Arma 3 once again, and I'm going to be playing on an Altis Live server, aptly entitled Grand Theft Altis, which I suppose does actually make a fair amount of sense for Altis Live, seeing as it can pretty much transpire into a load of people stealing cars and killing randomers for no apparent reason. Anyway, I'm going to be, or today, just walking you through some of, I guess, the basic starting points for Altis Life. We're going to go and buy an automobile. This is quite loud. And probably copyrighted. Anyway. So, we're going to go and purchase a vehicle. I believe I should have one in the garage, assuming that the police have in fact impounded it. And then we're going to go and mine some copper, because copper is worth much monies. And let's just see what I have in my inventory. Make sure I have some food. I have some food, some peaches. No, some peaches and some water. And a pickaxe. I'm not sure how much money I will need. Too much money I have in my bank before I decide to walk around with all this cash and probably get robbed. Well, I've got 20k in the bank, so that's enough to get me started again from the beginning. This server also has a leveling system, which I really like, actually, the fact that they do have that. This guy's always up to no good. Hello, citizen.
Hello there.
I must depart now. Goodbye. Anyway. So, yeah, you could meet some really strange characters on this, but then again, it is a roleplay server, so that's what adds the flavour to it. Now, I did say I was going to play in first person, so what am I doing? Here we go. This probably is going to make it a heck of a lot more difficult. I think he's following me. Yeah, he is. Oh well, never mind. And, yeah, that's just what happens. Oh, what? He's already following me. And he's singing to himself. Which is always cool, I suppose. And this is probably one of the most notorious robbing areas. I was robbed here before, so I don't hold out much hope. And, of course, I do have my SUV, which is only 1,000 to retrieve, which is pretty nice. And I only get 1,000 for selling it. Awesome. Now, the thing about this vehicle is it was broken when I first did it, but now it is back up and running. So, we're going to go and set ourselves a marker to go to the copper mine, which is over in that direction, but we don't really want to go in that direction. Whoops, I went a bit too quickly there. So we can look around in here. It's actually really nice and really detailed. It's been like this for a while, but this SUV is, yeah, pretty cool, I must say. Anyway, so where are we gonna go? I think we've got to go back through Kavala, unfortunately. And I'm driving on the wrong side of the road because I'm British. And oh yeah, I forgot there's a car in the way. Can we go this way? Probably can. Yeah, no problem at all. Now, you have to be quite careful on this game because I'm not sure if the car mechanics are entirely realistic. Definitely more realistic than some games. But your car does break, as in be destroyed and damaged, heck of a lot easier than normal games. So I'm going to try and abide by the law here, and yeah, just going to check, make sure everything is fine. Right, so my GPS is telling me I'm going to go back the other way, but we're going to have to go around the outskirts of Kavala in order to do that, I think. Might actually be able to turn up here, which make things a bit easier. Now there is a dedicated faction for police, a dedicated faction for medics as well on this one, which wasn't actually implemented in the last server I played on, where I was a cop. Thoroughly enjoyed it though, my time doing that, and so far, apart from some people that I've met and some of the glitches on the server, it's not actually been too bad. We're going to probably meet some characters when we get to the copper mine. So I didn't realise, but copper is actually worth a decent amount of money once you've processed it. So this is the risk that you do, because you end up following the tracker too much and staying out of the staying off the road, which you don't want to do if you can at all help it. But I'm not really too familiar with this part of Kavala. I spend most of my time flying around in a heli, so such is the nature of life. Right, so the mine is just down there. I don't see anyone, which is good. Less people there the better, in my opinion. And try and fit through this fairly tight gap. That was done with some relative ease. We're going to bring it to a halt down here somewhere. Now on this server you do start off with 100k, which is really nice. Good amount of money to start off with, I feel. I'm going to get out, and it's you to lock your vehicle, which is quite nice. Now, I have to go in the inventory every time and use the pickaxe, but I'm told that there is actually a button that allows you to automatically do this. Although I've not discovered it as of yet, so we're going to have to do it this way. And as you can see, every time we're picking a copper ore, or are we picking more than one? Oh no, we get 2 copper ore per time. And that also adds to our XP there that you can see at the bottom, which allows you to get different perks. I will show you the perks in just a second. So the higher level you go, the more perks you unlock. As you can see, I've got 2 farmers, which increases the speed of gathering legal goods, and strong back, which gives you more backpack weight. So I picked as much as I can actually carry. So I'm going to have to press T to transfer this into my car. I could probably do with a vehicle can't hold that well. A vehicle can only hold 6. So basically I can't really do a lot of copper at a time, but this is good just for an example to show you. What you would really want is a truck that could hold 100, maybe 200, and you get 2,000 for each copper ignot, whatever you want to call it. Ignot, that's the Krogan guy, isn't it, from Mass Effect? Yeah, you get 2,000 per refined copper, which is quite nice. So how many have I got now? I should still got 7 and 6. So that means 7 and 6. Well, I'm going to get another one now, aren't I? So 14. So £28,000 for this round trip, which is, you know, it's fine. It's okay. Could be worse. Then we're going to unlock the vehicle, get back in, and change my waypoint to the copper processing, which is all the way over here. Now I went off massively off-road last time and ended up doing my car in, so we don't want to do that this time. We're going to have to take this orange road up here that I was just on all the way up, and yeah, take the orange road. I can actually take the orange road. I'm going to stay on that main road all the way until we get to the gas station here. I don't think I need to fill up, but if I do by then that will be useful. Right, now I've got to try and do this in first person, because I said I would do a first person video, which makes things a bit more difficult, because I've got to be super careful. People will always want to rob your resources, remember that. I find that if you generally talk to the banditos that are after your goods, then rubbish. Then they will normally leave you be, so to speak. Yeah, rocks are your worst best friend on this game. And chicken wire too, weirdly enough. I can't find the gap in the fence now. Oh well, we're just going to have to go right to the end down here. And onto the main road itself. There we go. So, now this is pretty much Euro Truck Simulator. Just about the truck. I would be better served having a truck though for this if you're going to go around doing resources, but the SUV is a bit quicker, which isn't always a good thing because it means when you do crash you take more damage. It's a bit quicker, and it's also a bit more stealthy, a bit more incognito, due to the fact that it's not so obvious that you're definitely going around sort of gathering resources, processing it, and then selling it on. Because there's a lot of money to be made if you do it correctly. I mean, I'm making 22 or 24,000, no, 28,000 I should make from all this copper. But if I was to get a truck, then I'd be making over 100,000 every trip. So, sure you can see why that's important. Oh dear. Wonder if they're gonna open for me or not. Hello? Sorry, I couldn't. Oh, you can let me through. Thank you.
Cool, cheers. Yeah, you're all good. Alright, I'm gonna restrain you now, you're free to go. Cheers, thanks a lot.
Do you want to search my car?
Have a good day.
Or...
Please, can you step over the car?
I really can't hear you very well.
Sure.
Oh, park on the right side, okay.
Wait, stop.
Hmm.
Step over the car first.
Ask me to get out.
Okay, thank you, sir. Is this car yours?
Yep, this car is mine.
Okay, this is a checkpoint. I need to check your licenses and if you have something illegal on you. But to do that, I need to restrain you. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine. Check away. So I'm getting restrained and checked, my licenses and everything. He's not going to find anything. So I'm not that fussed. Although he's moving me away from my car, which is a bit annoying.
I have your name, sir. My name is Private Dr. Jones.
Sorry, for some reason I'm really struggling to hear you. Let me just turn up my game volume. Okay, try again.
Okay. Can I have your name, sir?
My name is vanburman.
Okay. My name is Private Dr. Jones. Is this car yours?
Yes, this car's mine.
Okay. Do you have anything illegal on you or on your car?
No, I've just got some copper in there, that's it.
Okay, let me check everything.
No, this is funny.
Okay, where is your driver's license? In your wallet or in your pocket? Maybe?
Yeah, it's in my wallet.
You check it? Okay. Give me a second to check it. Everything looks fine. I will recommend you, if you are driving copper, to use an off-road because it's more effective than SUV.
Yeah, I know. I just thought
Okay to
SUVs
go.
a bit more incognito.
Thank you for your cooperation, sir.
That's okay. Thank you very much. So there we go. Survived my first police checkpoint, which is lovely. So let's make sure that I don't speed out of here, because then they'll come at me like a bat out of hell. Now, that is one of the NATO guys. They are on this server, at least. They serve as a sort of like special forces slash army, I suppose. And a lot of people think they're a bit too big for the boots. But as you can see, did all right there. Bit of role play going on, which is always nice to see. Has that guy broken down? Yeah, I don't have a spare repair kit, so I can't help him out, which is a shame. Although my car just seems to be driving really shakily at the minute. I don't like that at all. Oh well, never mind. It's never normally, I don't know, I'm just going to drive fast, see if that fixes the glitchy problem. Not really. But anyway, it's those sort of good interactions that you like to see. If, I've had people before, they just arrest you for no reason. It's always a bit worrying when the police do restrain you, but never mind. I've actually applied to become a cop on the server, so hopefully we'll see some cop gameplay at some point, with me being able to chase down some criminals. But yeah, I'm not really sure about that. I think this is actually where I turn off. Oh, I nearly crashed then. Let me check my map. Nope, that's where I turned off last time and then ended up crashing my car. One of the annoying things is when people randomly talk over side chat. Thanks for that. If you do enjoy these videos, which, as I say, they're a bit like Euro Truck Simulator, or this one is anyway, I don't think I'll show more copper runs. Although, interesting stuff does happen on them. I mean, I'm bound to get robbed on one of my copper runs. The only hope is that I make enough money to cover any losses with the copper. As in, hopefully I'll have made 100k before anyone indeed does rob me. Had someone nearly rob me on my first run, which was a bit annoying. And I've also picked peaches and apples, but unfortunately, you just don't get enough money from doing them to make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
Now,
Not right.
it is a British server, as in the guys or the admin or the founders or whatever, they're all British, and the game is sort of based and themed around that to an extent. Yet, you know, all the car speeds are in kilometres, which sort of makes the speed limits a bit difficult to go by. I can't remember what 70 is in kilometres. I think it's 110, something like that. But yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's so ambiguous, the speed, that I'm probably going to find that I'm always going over it. But as you can see, it is very pretty. And I do wonder how it will actually compare to Grand Theft Auto. Whether a server like this can ever be better than Grand Theft Auto. Some people might disagree. Bit of wheel spin there for you guys, you know. Just had a bit of excitement. Who needs Need for Speed when you can play Altis Life? Okay, I think this is where I turn off, just before the petrol station, or just after the petrol station. I don't need fuel, which is lovely. Oh no, it's not down there, is it? Where is my turning? my map? Ah, it was just back down there. Okay, so God, my car sounded like I'm not putting it into gear properly. It's like learning to drive all over again, and I'm still doing it. Okay. The thing that I like about this server, at least to a certain extent, is that I've met as many nice people as I have not very nice people. So in a sense, that sort of helps balance it out a bit, I feel. No, I starting to think I've gone down the wrong turning again. Maybe this road will curve inwards. Oh no, it's going outwards. I might have to go off-road to get to the copper. Yeah, I went down the wrong road. Bugger. Right, now this is roughly the same area that I crashed it last time because I went up a hill too quickly. Yeah, I know. Until I do actually have a crash, you won't understand the pain. I actually drove this car back, I don't know, it must have been, I think it's 4 kilometers back to the copper processing, 4.1 kilometers. Going 11 kilometers an hour because I crashed it just up here. So we're going to take this slowly, just so that I don't make the same mistake again. Ooh, nearly. You might think that wasn't a lot, but that was close. That was close to damaging my car. It was actually just up here I crashed it. Must have been going too fast for the hill, for the slope. Oh wow. I never seem to approach these places via the recommended route, but oh well, never mind. I think I'm just going to park my car here. This will do. Now, turn the engine off. Let's get out. And even though we're in the middle of nowhere, it's good to get into a habit of locking your vehicle, because there's people hanging around every corner that want to steal it from you. Okay, here's the copper processing guy. Now you can do it, you can pay per copper that you process, or you can actually buy a processing license. Now the processing license for copper is £10,000, and I'd say it's probably worth it, because copper is what I will be doing for the foreseeable future until, well, actually, until I become a cop, then I won't have to do any of this anyway. But still, it's nice to garner up your resources. So let's head back to the car. And this is where it becomes a bit of a pain, because I have to do one at a time. Okay, so I've got 8 copper ingots in my car and 6 copper on me, so let's get that processed. So only 14, I think. If I had a truck, I could do about 45 or so. Nah, it'd be a bit more than that, I think. I don't know. Anyway, it's not the point. The point is that I do like my SUV. Now you can get some really mammoth trucks as well, that hold about 500 weight, and obviously different items have different weights. I think copper has 3, so you get about 130 copper in a one of them. And obviously that would be quite a lot of money, £250,000 every time you go in. That would be nice. That would be sweet. Anyway, so unlock the vehicle and get in. Right, so which way am I facing? I am facing the right way, that's brilliant. And then we need to go to the copper trader. So yeah, 4.2 kilometers is distance, which I travelled at 11 kilometers an hour earlier. It did take a while. It would make this video excruciatingly long if I had to do that again. Although this video is already looking pretty big. It's over a gig already. Wow. Unfortunately, that's what I get for filming in 1080p. I normally just do 720, so just to keep the file sizes down. But never mind. You can also do delivery missions as well, which I quite enjoy. It basically just involves driving from one map to the next, and you get 6,000 or 7,000 depending on how far you travel. I think the lowest is about 3 and the highest is about 8 or 9. But you know, as long as you're happy pretending you're playing Euro Truck Simulator, it's pretty easy money, to be fair. And seeing as petrol is free, it can be really easy money sometimes. Especially if all you can afford is a car and you don't want the risk of having to mine resources, which of course can be an issue from bandits and the like. I've read the rules on the speeding fines and they're pretty high, so I don't really want to go too far over. I'm probably looking at about a 20 grand fine at the minute if I get stopped, which would make this whole run pointless. But hey, there you go. Have to say I've got back a lot quicker this time than I did last. Quite surprised I haven't crashed actually. The frame rate's been more than acceptable considering there's about 70 people on the server and and I'm recording as well, so very good. Right, we're not too far away from the copper processing now. Oh, sorry, copper trader. Even. Just a kilometre away. Unfortunately, on this server, I haven't been able to use a gun as of yet. The gun license is about £150,000, which is really high, but it is there for a reason, so you don't get a load of people walking around with guns. Remember on the last server I was on, it was 10,000, I think, which doesn't really disencourage people that much. You know, a driving license on this is 10,000, so which I think is fairly reasonably priced, and you don't lose it when you die, I don't think either. So it's nice that it keeps. Right. Let's go and talk to the copper trader, who is just a random NPC that no one cares about. Lock my car and sell him my copper ignots. And take all 8 of them. There we go, we're doing alright. I start off with 100k, and if I go and put all this in the bank, I will be getting close to making all that back, which is actually quite an accomplishment really, when you consider it. So we need to head back into Kavala now. Let's set a checkpoint in for the... Let's go to the garage. I'm going to go and drop the car off and then put the money in the bank, and that will complete the trip. So hopefully the police will let me in, if they're still here, of course. No, I don't think the police are here. So I have to manually open it myself because, you know. I remember on the last server we had a bit of a problem with these things because we had an automatic opening one. As you can imagine, anything that's automatic like this is a bit temperamental at the best of times, and indeed it was. It really didn't work very well, and half the time it would end up jackknifing you and blowing up your vehicle. So, as you can imagine, not extremely useful. I died quite a few times to that. But these ones aren't automatic, which I don't know. It's good, really, because I don't die, I suppose. Now, the biggest risk, considering we've got for everything else now, so far, is putting the car away in the garage. And I suppose I really should go and deposit my money in the cash machine first, before I go and put the car away. However, I don't know, more exciting this way. Yeah, after a hard day's work of making 24,000 or whatever I made, I like to unwind and... That was my bad driving, not his. I really struggle with bloody keys. I need like a joystick or something. Not a steering wheel, that's too far. It's too much. We're going the long way around town. It looks like I'm heading in through the other way anyway, so I might go to the cash machine first. So I've gone right around the outskirts now. Now Kavala becomes a different beast at night. As you can tell, it's starting to go that way now. That means I have to put my lights on, otherwise I'll get pulled over for not having my lights on. Potentially. Some of them don't care, which yeah, also I would never recommend doing what I just did there and checking your map while you're driving. It doesn't end well, usually. I think I've gone the wrong way again. Bugger. Oh no, we're okay. Taking a shortcut. I should have stopped. Never mind. Too late now. And here we are back in the glorious city of Kavala. The noob's paradise. The haven where the battle between the citizens and the cops kicks off every night. Or at least it used to, on the old server. Right, where am I at the minute? I'm not too far away from the market, I don't think. I think this is a dead end. No, not this one. Ah, right. Yeah, we're right near the market now. I'm going to go down my favourite back street and park up and go to the cash machine that way. Draws a bit less attention. You have to... Ah, bugger. So, yeah, I hit the lamppost and I've lost a wheel. Only one, not two. So, luckily, I'll say the garage isn't that far. And I should be able to get away with it, to be honest. Driving it there might be a bit clunky, but... And weirdly enough, there's actually no one around, which is quite nice. So I'm going to put 50k in. I'll keep 6k on me, just for when I next log on, so I can retrieve my car from the garage and buy some food and water if I happen to need it. There's a helicopter somewhere. Night vision. No. So yeah, considering the fact I'm going to put the car in the vehicle, it's not worth me spending £7,000. Oops. To go and buy a toolkit, because for some reason toolkits are stupidly expensive in this game. I think I've just hit the exact same lamppost that I hit the first time. I do probably have an excuse this time though, because I'm driving all wonky. So yeah, this last bit's not going to be terribly enjoyable for me. I'm going to have to keep moving it over just to get it straight. I'm going to be zigzagging on the road like I'm drunk. Luckily there's not a huge amount of people on the road, so... Oh, whoops. Yeah, that might have broke the other wheel now. But at least it'll straighten itself up, I think. Yeah, I've broken both wheels. Oh well. Anyway, this is the speed that I drove back to the copper trader the first time. But yeah, assuming we have no excitement when I go to put the car back in, that'll be the end of this episode. Oh dear. She's got a load of coffee granules down my throat. Oof. It's a worse feeling than I even described. Right, come on. Come on, car. You can make it. At the end of the day, when you're this close, it makes a lot more sense to put it in the garage and then surely pull it out again when it's only $1,000. When it costs you $7,500 to fix it. Ah, don't go that way. No, what are you doing? The hazards of drinking filter coffee, I'm afraid. Let's eject from here and talk to this guy who will... Brilliant, let me store it in there. Now let's just check to make sure it is in there. Ah yes, very nice. Oh, right, well, there you go guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode and it has given you a bit of insight into what Grand Theft Altis is like. Didn't have too many player interactions. Probably on another episode we will do. You know, it comes and goes a bit. People hang out in different areas, so you never really know what you're going to get every time you log in. Anyway guys, I'll see you all very soon.